Hi everybody, my name's Ed Harrison, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of steering your horse. I get lots of messages on Facebook and Instagram about how to get horses to stop, how to get horses to circle, and different things like that. And I've done a lot of clinics, some with barrel horses, barrel horse trainers, just people that compete in the barrel racing, some people that do the ranch riding. And the number one thing that I see is that their horses don't really steer. They cannot control their shoulders, their front feet, their rib cage. And so it's going to be really difficult for instance, if you're a barrel racer, to get that really good rate. If you're a ranch horse rider, a ranch horse versatility, anything like that, it's going to be really difficult to get those lead changes, to get your horse in position to stop. And steering is going to be just one of those things that really helps with that. Or even if you have a horse that's a little bit hot and they kind of want to motor on a little bit, steering that horse, taking control of their feet, is going to actually help you take control of that brain and slow them down. So I just have one of my 2-year-olds here. He's got a pretty cool name. His name is Yellow is the New Black, which is, I think that's after the television show. But this horse used to have a pretty big motor, and he used to travel on pretty good. So the one thing that I did with him a lot was lots of steering. And so when I say steer, most people just kind of lift their hand and their horse kind of drifts around in a circle. But when I say steer, I mean if you're two-handed, bring both your reins across that horse's neck. So bring your outside rein across that horse's neck, bring your inside rein to bring that nose and direct those feet. And if you have to, go to your outside leg to reinforce your inside rein and your outside rein. And when you do that, you're going to take control of the shoulders and the rib cage, which is going to help steer and control that horse's feet. So in the reining training, we do a lot of circling, and how we really get our horses to circle is by doing a lot of steering. But I think this is something that we do in the reining training that will definitely help with whatever discipline you're riding. If you put that horse on a circle, there's like a little magnet. We just kind of put a little mark in between or in the middle of this circle. And every time we steer our horse, we're redirecting them through the very center of that circle. So in order to do that, I've got to take my hands across this horse's neck, across his shoulders, and go to my leg and redirect that horse's body. In order for him to get there, he's got to lift that front end and bring his feet to my hand. He cannot steer properly and get back to the middle of that circle without elevating that front end and bringing his feet to me. So for instance, if I have a horse that's a little bit hot that kind of wants to go, like if this horse starts running off here, I'm going to just set my hands, go to my feet, and once that front end comes up and the feet come to me, that horse has to slow down. Every time he does that, then I'm going to release and let him lope around. If you have a horse that's a little bit hot, you may not be able to let that horse lope on their own for more than 2 or 3 strides, but for those 2 or 3 strides, release your horse, because they'll kind of get comfortable in that spot and they'll come to you a lot faster. And like you saw right there, I was able to steer that horse there through the middle, just picked up, he went into the ground. Steering is going to help you line your horse up, get him straight. It's going to put that hock up underneath him, elevate the front end. When you pick up, you're going to have a dynamite stop at a really pretty lope. Hope that helps.